Hey, welcome to the Monday panel with me and Tim so far.
Yo!
Tim is looking old gangster with his Goldie looking chain on.
Gordy?
Goldie.
Oh, no, it's silver. It's just my crucifix and St. Christopher pennant.
I used to have St. Christopher. Don't know why. But... how are you? Have you had a good weekend?
Yeah, no, I'm good. It was a bit of a busy one. Got stitched up with a lot of odd jobs and barbecues and all that sort of stuff. But yeah. How about yourself?
Not too bad. I spent most time working on the fire truck and the Lysander. So yeah. I've got to say, Tim, that fan is very yellow.
Yeah, it's that yellow green.
Oh,
that Ryobi is, but
the chromate or yellow.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a great fan. That one makes like next to no noise. So yeah, when I'm done spraying, it'll just blow the room through the window.
Nice. And how are you, John?
Oh, I'm good. I'm all right.
Good. Yeah, you had a good weekend.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Made it through.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's good.
Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people. Hello.
Bob says, and today's runner-up says, hello all.
Hello, Bob.
And Joe says, good morning, afternoon, early birds.
Hello. Duke says, good day, Bob and Joe.
Joe says, howdy, Duke.
Howdy.
And he says, I'm in and out. Keep track of future tropical storm Bertha, who we hope does not form into Hurricane Bertha. It's very slow, but we don't want to get it in warm Gulf for too long.
No.
Yeah.
Joe's volunteering at the museum over the weekend as well. And apparently he met some people from Wales and they confirmed that South Walians are in fact heathens.
Well.
Told you. Yeah. Duke says, fingers crossed for you, Joe.
Moz is in saying, good afternoon all.
Hello, Moz.
Hey, Moz.
This is Gary of the Waitrose.
Hello. Hello.
If I put it on 4 people.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good.
Wonderful. Excellent.
You were going to be later than what you are.
I anticipated being later, but fortunately, the delivery that I had to be here for arrived a little bit earlier than planned, and that's good.
Nice.
Excellent.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Adam Skull Modeling says, hello, ladies.
Hello.
In that creepier voice, lovely.
Creepy.
Oh, joining Duke says, good day, Adam, in a high-pitched voice. Been
Julian says,
puffing
afternoon.
the helium again.
Hello, Julian.
Hey, Jay.
Joe says, barbecues are always good, Timmer. They sure are.
Not wrong. We had steak. Three of the family had steak. Me and Leah had pork. Oh, it was to die for. Black Hat is in saying, good evening, chaps. He's just finished his, he's doing a Dick Dastardly.
The Albatross.
Albatross D5, I think it is. Maybe a D3, one of the two. Looks fantastic. Well done, Stuart.
Tell you what does look cool. That flow that was in Monday Matters. That looks cool.
So, yes, that's a bit bizarre, that one, isn't it? World War I biplane, very narrow wings, very, very, very tall fuselage. And they only built one.
Yeah. It does look like something that would be on Wacky Races, doesn't it?
Totally. Yeah. Like the pilot cannot see forward at anything other than absolutely flying level. It's completely ridiculous. Hey ho.
Aussie Ian says, "Good day, everyone."
G'day,
I
Ian.
am.
Scott's Model says, "G'day, everyone."
G'day, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Stuart says, "Thank you, Duke. It was a fairly involved build. Yes, sure does look it."
Joe says, lots of Aussies too, but from Perth, about 40 of them, quite a crowd. They love the museum.
40 from Perth. That's a whole population of Western Australia, I think.
That's the chat for now, I think. Oh, as it jumps. Oh, Ghost says, "Morning, everyone." Hello, Ghost.
Hey, Ghost.
They're normally pretty cool. People
West
from
Australians.
Perth.
WA. Yeah, like we give the state a bad rap, you know, and that like they're so far away they might as well just break off and keep going. But the people seem to be pretty laid back.
Yeah.
And we'd always say like in the Navy, because there's a fleet base east and a fleet base west. Yeah, you're obviously being Sydney and just south of Perth. And yeah, it's almost a different Navy out there. You know, bit more relaxed, a little bit more emphasis on, you know, early knocks to go put a line in the ocean and that sort of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, we got all the uptight these star flags and stuff. So.
Lockstein says, "Hello all." Hello.
Julian says, "Oi, we South Walians are not heathens, despite the mountain of evidence to the contrary. It's all fake news, I tell ya." Note to self. Enough protesting, nobody believes it anyway.
Very good.
The pull rescue device doth protest too much.
Jeffrey Riley says, "Oh well, bye all. My next client is my tattoo chair. No rest for the wicked." No, absolutely. Don't get the inks mixed up with your acrylics. That's all.
Yes. Yeah, the temporary tattoo's still there, but the temporary tattoo parlor's gone.
Yeah. Fire truck's got the drive shaft and everything in there, and the exhaust. The bumper.
Good.
Oh, okay.
The only problem is the rear wheels are dual wheels, but one wheel hub is one that's got the center boss in, and the other one is the center bit is completely missing. It's obviously off a different model, but the same size, and it wouldn't look right because you'd have that center bit in the middle where it connects to.
Right.
So I've got in touch with Revel, and they haven't got any spares in the UK, so they're looking to see if they've got any spares in Germany for me.
Damn decent of them.
Yeah. And Lysander's ready for painting, John.
Nice. Very good.
I had a bloody disaster late last night while I was masking up the canopy and stuff for the Zero.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
I put a little message in Discord explaining my tale of woe, but I thought for once, you know, I'd do a closed canopy, and so, you know, I got the closed canopy piece and popped it on, and yeah, all right, yeah, this will be cool, you know. It's a kind of, you know, on the Zeros, it's almost like a bloody greenhouse in there, so you know, masked it all up and yeah, promptly dropped it, and then when I wheeled the chair, exploded it. And so I'm like, right, okay, I think I'll do the open cockpit.
Jesus.
It was a clean mask job too. I was very, very impressed with it. But...
It could always be canopy that's been shot away or something.
Nah.
Not that many pieces.
This is like, I've rolled over a canopy or two before. Yeah. This was the worst one. So it is, however, two planes in a row now with the with the string bag and now the Zero that I've just destroyed a canopy. So.
Do you think it might be worth sticking to tanks for a while?
No, I'm having fun.
Joe says, John, I pushed the scale modeling twins. Hopefully we'll get more to watch.
Oh, thank you.
Bob, as an imported South Walian, I can confirm I was heathen before I got here. Julian, Tim, the pool rescue has seen some mission creep. The words launch, catapult, rocket, orbit, and various planet names have been mentioned. Yes.
The Swiss Army Julian.
And he says, wheeled the chair and exploded it. Welcome to my world, Tim.
So on the Bentley blower front, I've glued these. Well, there's 3 bits there together. 4 instrument panel and left, right, and rear. It's a separate rear piece. This bit fits okay to it. So it's the seat will drop in really from the top or bottom, but that fits nicely there, and it'll form the back of it. And sort of cover up most of the damage there, because of course it's covered from the front and the fuel tank covers it from the rear. However, I didn't paint this bit so well because I knew that I need to sand it down because it's a hell of a hump there. But fitting this in, it'll go, but it's not extremely well fitting. But that's okay. It's because everything's sort of twisted. So once I get the back on and glued, I can get the floor on and glued, and then use the ground here as the cutting mat as a level to get it all sort of aligned, hopefully. But then I need to sand the crap out of that and paint it without getting paint on everything else. So it's probably the biggest faff of the model, but it'll do. It's not perfect, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Blackout says, no canopies on rockets, hate him. Ian Chambers says, greetings, troops. Hello, Ian.
So I was telling Mikey before, I'm thinking with this Zero when it's all done, like, because it'll be on the ground and open canopy and stuff. But this particular one was flown by an ace, Chief Takeo Tanemitsu. And so I'm thinking of using the little pilot figure to kind of sit on the wing like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like he's just got back and, you know, he'll be straddling one of the guns there. And I used a bit of a toothpick in my drill, and then with the hobby knife I sort of like turned up like a little kind of bottle of sake or something.
Yeah,
which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, he's a pretty well-known dude, this one, flying out of Kagoshima, which is like the southernmost prefecture of the mainland, I believe. But yeah, you saying to Mikey before, he's one of the few kind of dudes that like took the time to paint kill markings and stuff on his Zero.
Yeah, excellent. Yes. Dogsaurus says, good morning, veterans and Chatland peoples. Hello.
Hey, dog.
Paul Welch says, hey, troops. Hello.
Hey, Paul.
And then everyone's saying hello to Dogger and Paul. Oops. I was looking at the channel analytics last night. And apparently, obviously, during the live, people who join early on watch the intro and stuff. Right. Apparently, people who watch it back tend to leave within about 20 seconds in. So I'm wondering if once the stream's gone live, I need to take the intro off it. So click the intro off at the beginning.
I'm not sure what you mean. So you're saying people only watch it for 20 seconds?
Yeah, the thing suggested is that because it's an intro, not the actual content for the first 30 seconds or so, then people are switching off quite quickly. So what I might do is clip the intro off and see if that makes a difference, because it's getting like well over 200. Each stream's getting like over 200 views and stuff. They're just not staying very long. So who knows? YouTube is a weird and wonderful beast.
No, just weird. It's not wonderful.
Just put that audio file of, guy going, wait. Is this on or just below? Just below.
Paul says, my trumpeter HMS Belfast is nearly done, some 5 months on. Wow. Well done.
Wonderful.
Joe says, the intro is my wife's favourite part. The clown music, as she calls it. That's not right.
Clowns. Send in the clown music before the clowns.
Whenever I hear that, all I think of is Krusty the Clown singing Send in the Clowns.
Well, I just looked at my live stream analytics, Mike, and just to make you happy, after 2 minutes 38 of the last one, there were 10% of the viewers left. 90% of the people who'd clicked on it had gone within 2.5 minutes. So that must be because of that extended intro.
Could be.
Which is going out the window.
Yeah.
I'll just work on a really quick, snappy intro.
Yeah, because mine's saying that...
like 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, mine's saying after... it's dropping after 20... dropping down to 22% after 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think it's the long intros that are doing it.
Yeah. Think about that. Because you think you're doing doing them a favor by having one that doesn't start exactly on time, so it gives people time to think, oh, I meant to watch that stream and tune in and not miss out on anything. But it seems to be counterproductive. It comes back up again afterwards, but even so, you think after 2.5 minutes, 90% of the people who have clicked on the link are now not there anymore. That's like, why am I bothering?
Yeah,
territory.
Yeah. You think about it, that's probably the people who are watching it back as well, rather than people who are waiting for it to go live.
Possibly, yeah.
June says, that's a good idea, Mikey. Can you split the video into chapters so viewers can just skip the intro? I suppose deleting the intro is just as much work. You can put it into chapters. Problem is, because we don't have a specific sort of, I don't know.
Because we don't have chapters.
Yeah, we're not. It's not constructed or pre-planned or anything.
Yeah, like on the Models for Heroes ones, you have sit rep, you have, sprawl falls, you have these different things, different subsections, if you like, which
Yeah.
we don't have on our lives.
No. It doesn't lend itself well to chapters. You'd have to sort of find a way of making it so that, or go watch the whole thing and then find somewhere where the conversation naturally stops.
Or you'd have to come up with some chapter ideas.
Well, yeah.
But
that involves you doing work.
Nah. Just nah. The whole point of live streams. They're free flowing.
My section could be called "And Another Thing."
Just a
How do you write?
John
How do you
Marley.
write? How do you write chapter title for? Tracky's in. He says, "Yo yo yo, hello Tracky." Duke says, "People's attention span isn't." What was I saying? Ian Chambers says, "I watched all of yours this morning, Gary, because it's so good. I don't want to miss any news."
Oh, bless you so
I haven't
much.
seen Monday Matters today for the first time in yonks. I was busy watching a thing on Apple TV.
That's all right. Neither have I.
You're not that narcissistic, then.
No, I did it on Saturday this week as well. Didn't do it yesterday.
Yeah,
A family over yesterday.
Family.
Yes. So it was pizza o'clock yesterday. Absolutely fantastic fun.
Oh.
Good. People are saying hi to Tracky. Nat says, "Good afternoon, Mikey and Gary and John and Tim and everyone else." Hello.
Really?
Yo.
Joe says, "Don't feel bad, guys, about your intro. I was in a bad mood this weekend and went through all my subscriptions and unsubscribed from all who were wearing gloves. I wasn't in a good place."
Uh-oh.
Correct.
One of these corners is doing his own thing.
This is the first time ever, I think, I haven't just had a decal for the, warning kind of markings around the bloody ailerons.
Yeah. Duke says, "So no boxing videos, Joe?" And Jimmy says, "Joe, does that mean you're only going to watch 1 hour 45 minutes of this stream?" Moz says, "Is there room on the panel? Pop in." Yeah, there's room on the panel. 2 seconds. You just got to remember to let everyone have a chance to talk. Find the link. Copy. Moz. There you go, Moslar. It's in your Discord. PM. Oh, tomorrow night we've got Gary's live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wednesday afternoon we've got the Corporal's Mess. Now, because the way the weeks are working out, or the months are working out now, I'll let you in a second, Moz. Because the Corporal's Mess are every other week, that means it's now lining up with your live streams, Gary. So what I might do...
It's aligning. Oh my God. The planets are aligning.
What it means is that 1 week I'm doing 5 live streams a week, and then the next week I'm doing 7, then the next week 5, then 7.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what I might do is do this week's Corporal's Mess, and then maybe do another one next week, so that then I'm doing 6 live streams a week.
Okay.
Rather than 5 and 7 all the time.
My dear boy, whatever works for you is good with me.
Yeah. Hello, Moslar.
Oh, yeah. How's it going? All right?
All right. Looking very smart in your shirt.
Hello, Moz.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
one of those.
Moz.
Yeah.
You in court or something?
No, I'm pushing the logos down. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. That's right. Obviously, went at an appointment today, so yeah, all
Good.
Mm.
Was it the appointment we were talking about the other day?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Good lad. Good lad.
So yeah, let's have a wash.
Is that time of year again? Was it, Moss?
Yeah. When somebody asks me, when was the last time you had a bath, and I would say, oh, about 4 months ago. Obviously, I shower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has one every Sunday night, whether he needs it or not.
It's like that conversation when somebody says to you in like the middle of December, they go, "Oh, I'll see you next year," and you're like, it takes you a minute, doesn't it, to ponder that question? Oh yeah, it's like 2 weeks away for the new year, like, you know. As opposed to spending, you know, see you next Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
you know. But yeah, it's all good.
How's the DJing going?
Yeah, I did one last night. It was so funny. I was booked for this football presentations award, and they get like the under 18s in, obviously, and give their award. So I'm there doing the disco for them, and then they shut it at 7 o'clock, for the adults to come in to do their presentation. Well, I just as well have packed up at 9 o'clock. I did actually pack up at 9 o'clock, because as soon as kickoff happened for the World Cup, they weren't interested in any music. DJ, turn that shit off. We want to watch. So yeah, I was booked to 11, and I was packed up by 9:15. So spent half hour. I watched the football a little bit, and then came home and went back on learning German with your kids.
Nice.
So, yeah.
You speak a bit of German, don't you, Gary?
I do, yes.
Brilliant.
For my sins, I do speak some German.
Some German, or are you fluent in German, or?
It's like one of those things where if you go there, like, because we went on holiday there last year.
Yeah.
By the end of the first week, I was about 5-10 times better than I was at the beginning of the week. Because at the beginning of it, you're struggling to remember stuff, and you're struggling to remember the words for things, and you don't have the confidence in it.
Yeah.
But after a week or so, you sort of relax a bit more into it, and you can start having conversations. And I wouldn't say I was fluent, but I can get by, sort of thing.
Get by, yeah. Well, that's how I learned German at school. You had the choice of French or German, and we learned German, and you know, it's all this. They call it A1, don't they? To be, you know, you get A1, A2, then B1, B2, C2. You know, when you're in C2, you're talking philosophy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but a little tip I was told last week was just to sit in a room and listen to podcasts or German YouTube. So I came home, I did my jump speak bit, and then I put on Easy German, which is a YouTube channel, and it's very good. It's so you're basically just listening to it, and to be honest with you, I've been doing it now for about 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks, under a fortnight. You know, just spending half an hour listening to Germans. You know, and you'd be surprised how much you in your mind you're going, oh, that word there is sometimes that word there is Monday, Montag, you know, Donnerstag, you know, and I couldn't get my head around them. Even at school, I couldn't get around the numbers like 1, Then somebody said in a video that just imagine the nursery rhyme 4 and 20 blackbirds. You know, and that's right. So I remember that now. So when they say 25, that's 55, you know, so you kind of get into it. But you're totally right. If you listen to it, so but yeah, I just thought, you know, I've learned the guitar, I've written a book. So my next thing is to sort out my language really, and German as I've already done it, though I remember hardly any of it from school, even though I got a C in German at school in GCSEs.
To be honest, Moz, I think you'll be surprised how much does come back.
Yeah.
With like little triggers in your mind that you hear something and it's like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Especially words not like vocabulary and stuff like that. You suddenly stop remembering stuff.
But it's been a godsend, just taking my mind out of the situation, just to, you sit back, it's like, as I said, I've not been on the bench now for a week. No, well, over 2 weeks. So just going to bed, listening to German and learning German's been very, very good for the soul, actually. So,
yeah.
I have no reason. It's just the fact that I was offered a 6 months of Jump Speak for $29.99. So
fair enough.
if I could learn German in 6 months, that's 30 quid money well spent. Like,
Absolutely.
The thing is, it's about exercising the mind, isn't it?
Yeah. And some, and don't get me wrong, scale modeling has been my therapy for years, but it's just something a little bit new now. So it's and it's enjoyable. I didn't quite get on with Duolingo, and I've watched a lot of YouTubers who don't really rate it. But this Jump Speak's supposed to be the in all and end all of all of it, like, and it which is very good, and it's got this AI in it as well, where you speak back. But it's not quite perfect because I say "wir" for 4, it doesn't pick it up for some reason. Certain words it won't pick up. So whether it's my accent or whether there is a little issue with the software, I don't know. But you can speak.
Try pronouncing it as an F.
Fear.
Yeah, because V is quite often pronounced as an F if it starts a word. So fear.
Yeah.
Which is weird because 5 starts with an F.
Yeah.
And 4 starts with a V, but they seem to pronounce it the same. It's like, bloody Germans. Bloody Germans.
And is it the umlaut, which is like the B, is a double S? So you go.
Oh, yeah. S-set.
S-set. Yeah. But I did find it funny. There's so many ways of saying I love you in the world. We say I love you, and the Spanish say es dolor. They all say different ways, but the German way is ich liebe dick. It's like that. I just find that so funny. Ich liebe dick. And it was quite interesting that, but it's been very good. It has helped. It has really helped. So.
So I love you in Welsh, was?
No, what is it?
Dwi'n dy garw di.
Oh, bless. That's great, and I think that's the problem with the English language, with these things. Like, we are so simplified.
Do you know how you say I love you in Adelaide? Yeah, you'll do.
Yeah, you'll do. yeah. It's like if Shakespeare was written in Latin or in Greek, it would be phenomenal. Shakespeare is fantastic. I studied Shakespeare at school and later, especially when I did my Christian apologetics thing. We use a lot of Shakespeare, but there's 7 words for love in the Greek language. There's eros, sexual love, and agape, fatherly love. And all this, and we say we love McDonald's. I love McDonald's. I love my wife. You know what I mean? There's just love. Yeah. We have to add things to the word to give it more meaning. I love my wife until death us do part. I love McDonald's because I'm hungry. You know what I mean? We've got to,
It's the same in Welsh.
Very good at that as well. They, when you see these really long words, you can actually, realize you can break them down. And all they're adding is word upon word upon word upon word to make a word. So it's quite logical that way, So, yeah, it's the
same in Welsh because whereas if I used to say I love you, it's dwi'n dy garw di. But if I was to say you're right, love, it'd be cariad. So if you call in your wife love, you'd say cariad.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you can snap on the grammar fast,
Yeah.
the rest of German should fall into place, because there is the feminine, the male, and the neutral sounding, like is it die, da, and what's the other one? That's right, yeah, die, da, da. Yeah,
Das Kapital.
Das Kapital. Yeah, meine Kampf.
Yeah,
Mein Kampf.
Yeah. There's in Welsh it's quite complicated because you got mutations as well. You got soft mutation and hard mutation.
That's no way to talk about the people in Cardiff, Michael. You know that better now.
Well, it's like
don't be speaking like that. That's disparaging.
Well, do you know why Welsh
possibly racist? I feel like I might be falling into something, but do please tell.
Do tell.
Because separately, Welsh words are pronounced one way, but when you're saying them together, some words become tongue twisters. They become too difficult to say quickly. So they mutate the second word, the first letter of the second word, so that it's easier to say more fluidly.
Okay.
Interesting.
Kind of makes sense.
Mm. Well, it's like
strange.
I've got a friend who's African, and he says that in their native tongue you got Afrikaan.
Yes.
And I think he said that a lot of it is pidgin English, where if they didn't know the word if they didn't know what it was in African, they would use an English equivalent. So you get pidgin English, which is what I think, if I'm right, don't quote me on this, that a lot of the African Bible is written with pidgin English because they understood. See, that I think like 30% of the words are actually English based. And that's the thing, like Wi-Fi in this country is WLAN in German. Instead of using Wi-Fi, they use WLAN, wireless land application.
The blacks in South Africa speak a lot of pidgin. Afrikaans is Dutch root, so they.
Sorry, I apologize. I'm just trying to get what I remember him talking about it, that the pidgin English is the mixture of where they didn't know what a word was, they would use English instead, and like 30% of it is English based. So I remember doing Afrikaner. Sorry, I've making myself, but he's not South African, but he was, I think, somewhere around that area, Malaysia, or whatever. So yeah,
I do like Afrikaans.
Yeah,
like some of my closest mates are Afrikaner.
Yeah,
and
and
they're great. Like they're the ones that got me hooked on bloody brandy, because over there in university and stuff, where I grew up on kind of rum and cokes or vodka raspberries and stuff like that. When I was 18, the big uni kind of drink over there was brandy and coke.
Yeah,
like it's just dirt cheap and it's nice. But yeah, they call brandy Brunnerwein, which is burning wine.
Yeah.
I think
the sound of Afrikaan when they speak is gorgeous as well. It's real.
I used to have a friend who lived in Johannesburg, or grew up in Johannesburg, and she spoke fluent Afrikaans.
Yeah.
And she was so full of beans. But when I knew her, she was in her 70s. But when she was younger, she was in the Hells Angels in Johannesburg.
Oh, dear.
So she used to ride around on the back of a boyfriend's motorbike with bloody motorbike chains wrapped around her fists and everything, making sure people went back home in time and stuff. Didn't cause any trouble. Nat says, "What's everyone making?" I am painting Marie-Louise.
Yeah, that's Tamiya 148-0.
Yeah. John's doing his Bentley blower.
I'm putting decals onto my Leo.
Nice. And Moz is doing his best Moz impression.
Yeah, I'm actually doing eBay today. And I'm going through vintage bottles, and these are quite rare because when kids used to get these bottles,
yes, they had glass marbles in them, didn't they?
Yeah, it's got the glass marble in it. So I'm listing these today, and this
the
one's
kids used to splash the bottle to get the marble, didn't they?
Yeah, but this one's still got the rubber in it.
Yeah, wow, that is rare.
There's a soda. I can't remember if it's South Korean or Japanese, but they still do that.
It's Japanese.
Yeah.
Jesus, John, you swallowed your microphone.
No, I was just. No, I just put the headset back on. I was talking to Paul on the phone. He had a thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've just turned your microphone down a bit because it sounds like you swallowed it or something.
Okay.
That's his excuse.
Joe says he must be going to court because it's not church. Duke says, ich nicht sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Sehr good. Sehr good.
Duke says, Ian says, I'm affluent in, oh, never mind, wrong type of fluency. Adam says, I love you in Scotland is, you're a good cunt.
Wrap up.
Paul says, sorry I'm a bit quiet today. I'm not myself. It's the anniversary of a friend and Fusilier today. One of the best guys anyone could have met. Oh,
fair play.
Ian says, I thought I loved you in Welsh was bah. Well, in South Wales, mate. Paul says, Moz, you look different. Is that the new look for your retitled show? It's the business part of scale modeling now, is it?
Oh well, I'll tell you what. I went on Vintage yesterday, and I've just I'm having a real cleanse, and I'm getting rid of a lot of like the FX kits and stuff that I'm just moving it all down a little bit, like because there's plenty of room for Heller and Ravel to come, like you know what I mean. So, but I've just been looking at like these things here, like I didn't really remember these. I don't really remember these. These are the. Am I backwards, by the way? Am I backwards?
No, for us, you're right.
Oh, sorry, it looks backwards on the screen. That's all.
I know, because it's StreamYard. Yeah.
See. So these are Airfix Backman, believe it or not. These are little super detailed planes, mini planes they're called, and I've got quite a few of them that I've been sorting through and just putting, selling on. So they only even on eBay, they only worth a tenner or so, but they're really nice. But I collected all these at one point, so I'm just like decluttering really of stuff. So
you're suddenly going to have a lot of room in your office.
Yes, things like this. I did know, but I didn't realize that I had some of this left in the. This is 144 scale from FX. The little Flogger H. I don't think they're Airfix tooling. I think they might have been the Heller tooling that they reboxed, going by the logo and the age. It does say Humber on the side, and it's made in China. These are made in China, so just things like this. Just going through, checking things off, like the original boxings of. But I'm just like this, selling it all on really. So what's going to happen? If I die tomorrow, there's going to be a problem for the current Mrs. Moz. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want that for her. You know what I mean? And it'll probably end up, somebody will come along and go, "Yeah, I'll give you 400 quid for the lot," and she'll go, "Yeah, take it because you only paid £1 for them anyway." What you told me, do you know what I mean? So yeah, she doesn't know the value of some of this stuff, So. I've given a few away as well, which has been quite nice. Got some contact this week with people who are in need, so I've sent some out as well. So just doing that really. Cleansing is the word.
Yeah. We have got 27 people watching and 13 likes at the moment. Cool.
I see the chat. Have I got to go?
Must be because Moz has come up. Moz must have promoted it or something. Paul says, "Oh, Moz, can you check I've renewed my membership for our live build evenings, please?"
Oh, brilliant. Okay, that's fine. And remember, Paul, if you ever do struggle, I will pay for it on your behalf. The trouble is, I can't just gift them to anybody. They randomly pick them when I do giftings. I do 10 a month. But if at any time you can't, just let me know and I'll forward you the money across, mate. Don't want to lose you as a member.
Hobby Time says, "Hi, guys." Hello, Hobby Time. And he says hi to Moz. Moz gets a special mention.
Oh.
Ew. Someone's Moz's pet.
Me and him go way back, mate. Me and him go way back.
Matthew says, "Afternoon, sorry I'm late. Been in Arthritis UK team meeting and now my head is fried." Oh no.
Who loves a meeting, eh?
Yeah.
Julian says, "Mutations in Welsh are total bar stewards. Not just beginning of words, but the ending is context specific. I, you, he, she, we, they. S, on, odd, if I recall. Yeah." Julian says, "Moz, you could retitle the streams having a hell of a good time. Good chat about scale models." That's an awfully long title.
It is long. I just think scale modeling chill is the way forwards. And I think, it just, it
avoids any potential future conflicts with any other companies as well, doesn't it?
It does. And I think, let's look forwards, eh?
Yeah. Onwards and upwards. Speaking of which, Adam's after a discovery. You know where I be.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. You did cross my mind. But because it's, I am keeping the rare, like I said, all the baggies I'm keeping, all the original releases I'm keeping. It's just everything else that I've acquired. And you understand what I mean, acquire. There's certain box arts that really have over the years been very fanciful. Different schemes as well. Like I've got 4 versions of the Lightning in 48 and 72nd. And I'm thinking I'm never going to build them. I'm really not, even though I love the schemes that come with them. There's just no point. But that ship is gorgeous, really. So yeah. I will say I did laugh at that bloke who's put a video out. Airfix and piss off. that was quite funny.
I saw that.
I did I have responded because he's though good intentions. I thought I better clarify some of the things that have happened. So I did message him back. We'll put a comment in just explaining the situation. But I ain't poking that bear no more. No more. No. So this not worth it. So yeah.
Moz with space. Does he have space for a strand beast? Do you know what a strand beast is, Moz?
I think so.
One of those machines that when you blow on it, it walks.
Oh right. Okay, I thought something else.
Bob has a thing where
right.
he keeps accidentally buying these models of it. So pretty much everyone on the channel has a strand beast.
Okay.
So if you want one, he'll probably send you one because he's just ordered 14 by accident.
Oh right. Does he want some money for one? I'll have a go at that. It's like a company gave me the other day to do a review on, not to do a video review, but to look at it to see whether they're worth buying in. Yeah. There's a die-cast scale model kit of Transformers Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And apparently they were about 80 quid in this country. And I've been sent one just to build it and see if I feel that there could be a market for them. So I said, yeah, I'll have a little look. So yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, pretty much everyone on the channel has a strand beast.
Well, if you'd like to send me one, my email address is on my about page on YouTube, and send me a PayPal link, and I'll buy one off you, mate. So you're not out of pocket.
Matthew says Airfix needs to take a chill pill stream. Yeah, we'll leave that sleeping dog lie.
Yeah, I think there's other people who are enjoying themselves anyway.
Yeah.
A certain
Paul,
Twitter.
yeah, we've got to make sure we keep your sort of powder dry, don't we? So they can't use it against you.
Exactly.
Paul says, "Gotta go. One of my kids needs picking up from school. They have just been sick."
Oh,
no.
Nice to find that out. That's a nice day, isn't
it? Hobby Time says 148 lightnings this way, Moz.
Yeah, we have an agreement, do me and Mr. Hobby Time.
Jerry says, "Hello all." Hello, Jerry. Paul says, "Oh, before I leave, I have 4 large-scale ships to build left. I'm enjoying the Helle group build." Nice.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Bob says, "Beasts are free. Wildlife preservation is my excuse." There you go. You don't have to pay for one. He'll send it you for free.
You're a darling. Thank you. If there's anything you need from me, just let me know in the email and I'll send it to you.
So the better-looking Marley just sent me a news article through. He drives a Peugeot. Now, Peugeot suspends Australian car sales amid pressure from cheaper Chinese rivals. The dealership that sells Peugeot also sells cheaper Chinese rivals. So it's almost like, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. I just think, if all these car companies that, we're losing sales to China. Well, if you stop selling them and we don't have a choice but to buy Chinese shit, then, thank you very much. I'll blame you, not China.
But but John, isn't that exactly how we see it? Why can't they see that? Do you know what I mean?
They also, like, I have a... Okay, I have angst. I don't understand why car companies only import or sell cars that are bloody white, grey, black, or whatever. When there's every other color under the sun, they're happy. If you want to be miserable and pea super like, import the colors that they are. You can't get a red Audi in Australia because they don't sell, but you can't buy them because they don't sell the fuckers. Gee, I'm cranky. Anyway, I'll get back to my Hella kit.
John, you've taken a perfect example of what I call the Concorde conundrum. Why is it that scale model companies haven't released an up-to-date version of a Concorde? Because when they release the ones that they've already have, they don't sell. And that's because all of us scale modelers who've wanted to build a Concorde would have already built that scale or that manufacturer in already. So if you put one out there and they don't sell, maybe it's because we know that it's an all right kit, but it's not quite accurate. Why would I want to build another one? You know what I mean? There's that, but then you get the thought of it, new model, you probably want to build one. Well,
I'll tell you what,
no,
the video
probably
you did on building the Concorde made me want to build a Concorde model. That's for sure.
I'd love a new Concorde model.
I get it with cars. Like, Australia is like the end of the world. It costs a lot of money to get stuff here.
But we're in Southeast Asia where they make the cars.
Simple answer is start building your own cars.
We did, but they're some of the world's best cars. Certainly passenger cars, but they stopped building them because Ford America and General Motors, they'll do anything to look after themselves. Because you got to remember, during the Obama administration, all the car companies in America went with a handout to the White House to say, we'll go to business if you don't give us money. The White House said, okay, we'll give you money to keep building cars if you build cars that people will want to buy, like cheaper, smaller. So now they're back building the big pieces of shit that nobody wants anymore. And they wonder why they're not selling them. I remember Obama saying, if you guys were serious about coming cap in hand to us about having money to save you, why did you all come from Detroit to here on separate planes? And you think, well, yeah, he's right. Jeez, I'm cranky. Moving on.
Who pissed in your cornflakes, John?
Well, just corporations. They're just sort of like, well, we're going into business. No, you're not. You just might make a couple of $100,000 less, but be happy because there's a lot of other people that are actually living from paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? You can work for Amazon but you're still going to be treated second class to the robots that work for Amazon.
That's a good shout.
I don't know. The robots do less meth, so
True.
Yeah.
And less alcoholism. Not that we're saying that all Amazon.
Why robots
Not that we're saying that. Yeah, not that we're saying that all Amazon workers are alcoholic meth heads, but
no, of course not. But I think, you know, if General Motors and Ford wanted to sell cars, fucking sell cars. You know.
Yeah.
Don't listen to Donald Trump. He's never driven his own car. You know.
He's not allowed to drive his own car.
Oh no! Before he was famous, you know, he opened the door to the Tesla and goes, "Oh, there's a lot of buttons in here." I'm just thinking, there's not. It's a Tesla, but you've never been in a real car in the front, so you know, he's a piece of shit.
Anyway, let's get back to
Moving on.
modeling news.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm loving this helikit.
Ooh, after we've done the Lysander Moz, we're going to be doing a Sherman build.
Are you?
Yeah, any Sherman, any scale.
Any reason why?
Not particularly. It's just we were talking about Shermans one day, and all the chat started going, "I've got a Sherman. I've got a Sherman. Should we do a Sherman
too? I got a Sherman.
I'm Spartacus.
Can I recommend, if anybody wants to build a 1/72 Sherman, I cannot rate highly enough the Heller one that they released, 10 years back. And if you just want to know, and I base this on a guy called Nomad Productions. He loves his Sherman tanks. And he said the best ever tank he built, accuracy, what you can do with it. There's so many things you can do with this one. Is the Heller 1/72 one. And I think it was the last one they released, not the 1960s version. I think it was 2009. I think they released it. It's an absolute phenomenal tank to build. So I may even order one. Actually, I've got a friend now who works at Heller. I might ask him to send me one across.
You probably don't know this, Moz, but I'll throw in a little ad for myself. So Hobbyco, which is a chain of stores in Sydney, have engaged me to write some blogs for them by building kits and stuff.
Okay.
And they are the Australian importer for Heller.
Okay.
And Heller are the kits that I would prefer to build because they're interesting subjects and I don't know enough about them. So
yeah.
This is the second Heller kit I'm doing for Hobbyco.
Okay.
So I'm certainly not an official, and I'm not getting paid.
There's no money in getting paid anyway, to be honest.
No, it's
no money in it.
It's Hobbyco dollary dues.
Yeah,
but it's all good because you know.
Have you ever written articles for Substack? Because I got, I wrote my book on my articles on Substack. That's how I did it. It was. I did the articles, I did 34 articles, I think it was. And then I produced them and, edited them down and made them into a book. But Substack's a really good way of writing articles, and you can have, they always want you to pay for it, but I always have like free membership. If somebody wants to help me, they can be a paid member. But Substack's pretty good. In fact, I was that upset with a certain magazine that comes free if you're a member. I wrote an article. I was writing a few, I was invited to do articles for this particular magazine. And the last one that they put out, they properly sanitized it. So I then thought, sod it, I'll publish it on my Substack. So it was about the Western Wessex, I think it was. So I just published it on my Substack just so that people wanted to, they saw it in the magazine. It was very deeply sanitized. So I've put it in all of its glory, what it should look like on my Substack now. So yeah. A Substack, and also you can do little notes because I don't, when I write, I'll write for like an hour, and then I'll walk away from it and come back. And on Substack, you can create these drafts, and you can I've got like about 30 odd drafts there, and every so often I'll think of something. I goes, I'll add to that particular article, and so it's like a real way of writing stuff, if you know what I mean.
Right, okay.
So yeah, it's very good.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah. But yeah, try and get hold of one of those Shermans from Hella, because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by it. There's a lot of parts in it as well, mind. For 1/72 scale, I'll describe it like the Vespid tanks without the photo etch. That's the way to describe it.
Wow.
So it's the perfect build. They said I had one. I never built it, by the way. I just saw what this guy done with his. And then I think somebody asked if I had one, and I gave it away to a member about 2.5 years ago. So yeah, it's a very, very good one to look at.
Yeah. I'll be doing the TACOM M51 Israeli Super Sherman.
That ain't a Sherman. You go back to brass tacks and build a proper Sherman.
That's the one I've got.
Which one?
That's what I've got. The Dagam Aleph.
Well, put it on screen. Let's have a look at it when you finish doing that.
God.
When you finish doing that.
Yeah.
That's one I'll be doing.
Victoria's Kiss.
It's a Meng limited edition jobby.
Which I think Rubicon do a really nice 156 scale one, don't they, of a Sherman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never actually built a
nice
Sherman.
one.
I am but a virgin.
Yeah, I'm doing the Tamiya M4A3.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Ooh, that's Tamiya.
No, TACOM.
TACOM, sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. See, that's not a Sherman, though, is it? Come on, lads. Let's be real.
It looks like a Sherman. All he did is widen the tracks, put a new engine in, and extended the back of the turret. And put a bigger gun on. Yeah, it's got metal gun barrel in it.
Yeah.
Cha-ching!
I guess it's like a Sherman in the same way that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was the car it was before it was modified by Caractacus Potts.
Ship of Theseus.
Matthew says, work for Amazon, never again. Scott says, I've got 1/16th Sherman. Matthew says, 1/16th is cool, got plenty to build and finish. I've never built a 1/16th tank, and I probably never will.
Is this a good time to point out Models for Heroes have a raffle for an Andy's Hobby Headquarters Sherman in 1/16th?
I think it's the perfect time.
Tickets are £1 from raffle. Go there, and 100% of money raised by it goes to Models for Heroes. So go to raffle.co.uk and search for Models for Heroes or Sherman.
Even better, go to Monday Matters and look in the description. You'll find
Yes, indeed. There's a link in there as well. So
offer only open to those in the
UK. Black Country Apex Nerd says, "Hey all, hey Black Country."
Hey dude.
Matthew Black Country says, "Yo, all right, our kid." Ian says, "Hi nerd." Nerd says, "Hey Matt, hey Ian."
Nerd. Love it.
Matthew says, "It's the ultimate Sherman, but early World War II temples and their derivatives are cool." Yeah,
I get that. I'm only being facetious for the fact that
The derivative counters.
yes.
yeah. I mean, mine out. Yeah, very good, very good. You can have you can have 6 horny points for that one. Horny hobby.
Jerry says the comet you built looks sharp, Gary.
Thank you so much.
And Matthew entered the raffle. Excellent.
Very Very good. All right, I'm going to go to the booth. I won't change my camera. I won't be there too long. I'll just take my lead with me.
You will take your lead and go.
Yeah. It looks like when that light went on, then I thought he just lifted up the lid to a photocopier. Do you know what I mean? When he turned on, like, oh, he's photocopying something.
You can't handle the booth.
You can't handle the booth.
I bought that DVD the other day.
Did you?
Yes. A Few Good Men and Men of Honor. Great films.
I'll tell you what I watched again was that Clint Eastwood epic about DOS. What's it called? Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, that's a good film.
I was watching the commentary after because I'm a bit of a nerd like that, and apparently they found the sniper who tried to kill him, right? And apparently this bloke was saying, regrettably, that he was shooting at the soldiers, and because they were tasked to shoot the medics, and every time he tried to shoot DOS, the gun jammed. And what's he called? Mel Gibson said he couldn't put that in the film because people just too unbelievable and would make the film take away from the film. But apparently that he said he saved about 50 folks, but according to the medical records and sources, it was more like 120. Imagine, 125 people down the rock face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things like he was the one who actually went up first. They all got to that ridge and they had the netting up, but no, he was the first one to go up there, and he done 3 campaigns all told.
Yeah.
Not even touching a rifle.
Yeah.
See?
Brave man.
Brave man.
I remember asking a padre once, don't you feel a little bit vulnerable given that we're in the middle of a war zone and you're the only one walking around without a rifle? He went, son, if I've got to use a rifle, the rest of the army is seriously fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He said, I'm surrounded by 4,500 armed men. Why would I need a rifle?
Yeah, it's a good shout, that.
Joe says, is it really only open to UKers and other heathens?
Yeah, because they don't like you, don't you know? It's like, come on, get with the program.
Yeah, so this one, being a 1/16 scale tank, it's a big, heavy box. So postage around anywhere in the world is going to cost the charity more money than they really should be giving up. That and Andy Hobby's headquarters are already in America. If you really want one, I'd recommend people just go to Andy's Hobby headquarters and buy one.
If you wanted
the next raffle after this will be open to worldwide. I can't tell you what it is, but it's going to be pretty bloody cool. So
what you could do is you could take part, and then if you win it, just say to Moz Heroes, can you either send it to a certain person or can you put it into your stock?
Yeah,
to beneficiary.
Do that.
It's only £1. You're not losing much, are you?
No.
There we go. There's ways and means. Matthew says, John opens the door, 600 moths come in, and angry emu later enter.
I think what annoys me about shipping around the world is I found out shipping models to Australia is not necessarily the weight. It can be 200 grams. It's the size of the thing. And I think that's one of the things about kits in general. With Tamiya, their boxes will go as a small parcel. But then when you've got the likes of, Airfix, they're always like that 2 centimeters too long. They've got to be under 45 centimeters, but the Airfix box is 47. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's crazy. I blame Royal Mail. Matthew says, yes, a lot of medics were Quakers and not allowed to handle weapons. Well, medics aren't allowed to handle weapons anyway. It's against the Geneva Conventions. They're only allowed to use them for self-defense. Or defense.
The Geneva Suggestions.
Eh?
The Geneva Suggestions.
Yeah. They're allowed to carry them, but only...
A friend of mine was a guardsman I say guardsman who's in the band of the guards. He only ever wore uniform on parade. The rest of the time, there were lounge suits. He was a musician. And he left many, many years ago. And then some years later, he received a message from the MOD saying, right, these are your joining instructions should you ever be needed, because this is your reserve list information. And he was quite shocked by this. And it said, you're a medical assistant grade 1, and you'll be issued with a sidearm of a Sterling machine gun. So he wrote back and said, thank you so much for your kind invitation. I should point out that in the intervening time, I've now qualified as a psychotherapist. So I think a commission would be in order. I'd accept captain, but I really think major is more appropriate. As for the sidearm, I've never fired one of those in my life. I'd be more dangerous to anyone else. And incidentally, I'm now type 1 diabetic. And they wrote back, said, yes, well, thank you for your notice. Yes, consider your case closed. We won't be calling on you.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
What a surprise.
It was like sort of 15 years or 20 years after he left the army. He got his papers. But I love it. Oh, I think a major at least. I love that. Yeah. Bandsman.
Joe says, okay, gracias.
Gracias.
You're welcome. I don't know why we need to know you got gracias. Hey. Oh, Moz has disappeared. Airfix have taken him out.
Wasn't that one of the biggest arguments about voting? Is that you can be signed up to fight in battle at the age of 16, but you weren't allowed to vote. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Am I reading this right?
In America, the reason why women, or part of the reason why women didn't have the vote for so long, was because in America, if you register to vote, you also have to register to for the draft. Okay. And women didn't want to take part in the draft.
Mind you, they produce enough draft for themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I had a feeling that you weren't allowed to do frontline combat duties routinely until you were 18. I know you could sign up to the army and be trained and all that, but not be deployed. Is that not the case anymore?
It is. However, I think it depends on what regiment you join, because in the Falklands there was Royal Marines lads that were only 17.
17. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
I remember that. Yeah.
I mean, most now 16, 17-year-olds are either in junior soldier training, or in Harrogate or something. But
yeah.
I think when it comes to Royal Marines, it's slightly different rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because their training is so extensive anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually know one of the Royal Marines that was 17 when he was over there.
Mm.
He now runs at a charity called Woody's Lodge.
Sounds like a brothel.
He said charity, didn't specify anything more than that.
Yeah. It's named after a guy called, I think it's Stephen Wood, who was killed in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm. That's how I'd like to be remembered.
What, for being killed in Afghanistan?
No, with a brothel.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Barry Gary with a giant porn star tash.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You can always tell when it's winter in Australia, because John's beard comes back in.
I need to trim. It's getting a bit out of hand already, but whatever.
Leather.
Have a beard, it's good for you. Stops you getting hungry late at night. Matthew says, had a chat to RF Regiment Gunner who was guarding a perimeter of an airfield in Holland. His mates got frostbite and they were only rescued because the squadron surgeon crashed his Jeep into them. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Must have had their LED switched on.
Man one was leaving the base one night on his motorbike, and he got taken out by a nurse leaving medical on his way out the gate. And then the same nurse was like, putting the dressings on off for the next, say, 2 weeks or so. And yeah, she wasn't being too kind about it because she got a bit of a dressing down by her boss, and she's just like ripping it off, whacking it on. He wasn't thrilled. Medical, you get what you pay for.
Yeah. It's like that old adage, wasn't it, years ago, was about the bloke was in hospital next to another bloke, and he was getting like rough treatment, really bad food, and the bloke in the other bed was this beautiful nurse coming in, feeding him grapes, giving him whiskey, and looking after him proper, making sure he's well prepared. And he asked the doctor and said, "Why is that bloke there getting better treatment than me?" And he goes, "You're NHS and he's Booper."
Sounds about right. Doesn't it, Waitrose?
I wouldn't know. I don't have private medical insurance.
My goodness.
Really? I had you down.
No, I've never had it. Well, that's not true. When I worked for Nikon, which is in the late 80s, that it came with as part of the job. But other than that, I've never had private medical insurance ever. Don't believe in it.
I used to be covered by my dad's private medical insurance until I was 21.
Just like the dentist, isn't it? Bloody hell, how much you pay for your medical for your dentist, and you still come out with a £300 bill. I just can't work that one out. I said, I get more value from what I paid to insure the dog than I do out of my own dentist. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, our last NHS dentist has just left the surgery we were at. So it's causing a lot of problems now because there's very few, if any. I think there's only one NHS dentist in most northeast Wales. Hobby Time says, was at RF Waddington and watched the Vulcans take off to fly down to the Falklands.
Felton Productions has done a new video on, could Falklands happen again? And it goes through the order of battle for Britain and Argentina. It'd be a very different war. I hope it doesn't come to it.
We'd have to send Gary down there to sort them out.
Well, is that the actual order of battle or the effective order of battle? Because I don't know how many submarines you've actually got working at the moment.
Yeah, it makes a point about that. Yeah.
We back in '82, we could have two nuke attack subs and just send them down there straight away. Just divert them from their patrols. So that's right. That's where you go, and this is your job. Now, it's like, well, maybe next week, Governor. Maybe the week after that. No, maybe August. I can fit you in August. Get you one for August if you want.
It should be out of dry dock by then.
Yeah. How many aircraft carriers? Oh, I'm not sure about that, Governor. Not sure about that.
Yeah. I was watching because my uncle was in the Falklands and during the Falklands War, and I didn't realise that actually it was a political statement for a coup. So was it do with the Honduras or something like that? The
military junta in Argentina was under massive pressure because inflation was 12,000% or something stupid. The country was they were disappearing all of their political adversaries and stuff like that. And just like every authoritarian regime in history, they think the best way to win popular support is to go to war.
Yeah, and there was four different targets. They went for us. Yeah, there was 4 different targets, weren't there? They were thinking of, and they thought, we'll go for the Falklands because the English won't really care. But
because we've just withdrawn our only Royal Navy ship from the region. Endurance. So they thought they don't care anymore. What they didn't sort of calculate was that we had our own authoritarian leader who thought a war would be good for publicity in the form of Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah. And what they didn't anticipate was they'd send Gary down there to sort them out.
Well, they'd send the A team plus me as an observer.
A++, were you?
Yeah, I was the +1. Yeah. we kindly invite you to this armed conflict in the South Atlantic. You can bring a +1. So phone me up. Fancy a trip? Yeah, all right. Fancy a bit of a boat down there? That'd be fine. Yeah. That's funny old days.
President Galtieri at the time had a friend as a Juan Epsteinos that he was trying to protect the reputation of. So he sort of
Juan
did something to
Epsteinos.
distract everyone's attention.
Who had his own island.
Just looking at expanding.
Yeah. Funny days.
The Argy Bargies didn't react too well to losing last night, did they?
No, they ruined the celebrations, the bastards.
Yeah,
because they're terribly good losers, I always thought.
Yeah.
Well, they only ever won 2 World Cups. They only ever used.
And then the Argentinian manager did the press conference and said he was proud of how well they'd taken the loss and things. Like, really?
Didn't he then dissolve into tears and had to leave?
Yeah.
That's because they sacked him.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you're sacked.
It's lucky he's not back in the early 80s, or he'd never see him again.
Julian
says, the fact you start to pay for your meds and stuff blows my mind.
Yeah, we have to pay for meds.
Only in England, though.
The only good thing, though, is that Viagra is like 67 quid now for 10 tablets, but you can pick them up for £19 on the NHS. I don't use Viagra. Well, I'm at that age now where I use Viagra so I don't piss on my own shoes, basically. That's why.
Unless you've got diabetes and it's free.
Yeah, diabetes, you get everything for free. Monjaro, everything.
June says you don't need private medical insurance when one of your staff is a doctor. Just saying.
Oh, he's got staff, hasn't he, Julian?
Yeah. Jerry says same here in Ireland, a 2-tier health system. Yeah. Jerry, insane waiting list for people that can't pay. Yeah. June says not so much as the A team as the A team.
That's brilliant. I like that. That's a good comment, Julian. I'll give you 10. That's 7 horny hobby points for that one, mate.
Matthew says RG's bad losers since 82. Rich says, hey guys, finally made a stream. Yay, how are you guys doing? Hey Rich, we're good. I remember when I was down in the Falklands, every month you have to do a week-long training exercise to prepare for an invasion. And mine and my mate's task was to go and sit on top of this hill above this valley in this little I suppose pillbox sort of thing, and watch the valley for any signs of the Royal Marines and the paras coming up through the valley. And if we saw them, we had to radio it in so that they could counterattack them. And I sat there and I thought, if this was real, I'd be the first one to die. Because I'm just sat on a hill, on top of a hill, in a big big stone box, blatantly obvious to anyone who's looking around the top of the hill with a pair of binoculars. And I'm on my own with one other person and a Land Rover.
Yeah. Can't take a joke, shouldn't have joined up.
Yeah. I just stood there smoking. They'd have just thought it was on fire. It's fine. I was chain smoking at the time, so.
What gets me, sorry, Adam's there. What gets me is you're right about, the 2-tier, or, about having to pay prescriptions. But, and in Scotland, you get them for free. But then so do they get mobile homes and camper vans for free as well, don't they? So,
yeah. Coffee machines.
Pepper, salt and pepper machines.
Yeah. Especially if they're named after fish. Bob says, carry on yonking. Great fun cartoons from the Falklands persuaded art for art. One of the artists from the Royal Marines to produce the cover art of pantomime I was involved in. Nice. Yeah. It is a nice place when there's nothing major going on down in the Falklands. Lovely views. Minefields were a bit of a bugger like, but Adam says, fun one, my mate in Gretna has to drive to Carlisle for their eye test, so had to pay. His name wasn't what's the name?
Dominic Cummings, yeah.
That's it, Dominic Cummings.
Tell him he should have gone to Castle Barnard or whatever. It's Barnard Castle. It'd be much, much easier doing it that way.
Yeah. Joe says, Timmy, soon the real football begins. Training camp in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
Another thing that upset the Argy-Bargies this weekend was England trounced them in rugby.
Yeah. In Argentina.
Yeah. Wales got their ass kicked again, but hey, it's Wales.
See, everyone cares about the World Cup and the US hasn't won a World Cup and stuff. Well, no one else in the world has ever won an SEC championship. So
yeah, but that's like the Americans saying, well, nobody else has ever won the Super Bowl.
That's the joke.
Therefore, we're world champions.
SEC's college football, that was the joke.
Adam says, it's a bit fishy, ain't it? See, that joke only works if you know what that is. And most people outside of Australia don't.
It's a good litmus test, though, on whether I care about your opinion.
Well, that's true. but what you forget, Tim, is I have a mute button. Haha.
And if they go, I just discount everything they say.
I did actually mute you then, and all we hear is, discount everything you say. Joe says, oh no, who's wearing black gloves? It's the Tim the Diddler at the top.
To be fair, I am actually painting, so
yeah,
I want to put thumbprints all over
it. Model Student says, howdy, just been lurking while working. That's all right. Nice to see you.
All right.
Can do the Trump dance. Is that the one when he goes like this? Then again, we've had our own dodgy dances. I remember when Tony Blair first came into power and they played that D ring, things couldn't get better, and you had what's it called? Preston and doing this with Mandelson like that, how that ended. Two Jags.
Yeah. Look at Boris Johnson and his dad dancing.
Oh.
That was funny. Joe says, go back to your cave, Mikey. Model Student says, I saw Spain doing the Trump dance. And Joe says, okay, painting is okay, but not while building.
That's fair.
Yeah. Who had one of these in the 1980s? Crumbs. Like Elvis making the comeback 3 feet to go.
Moz.
What's that?
Jerry says, we have the All-Ireland Gaelic football final on this Sunday between Kerry and Mayo. Yeah.
I do remember I did a video once and I had a really nasty cut on my hand. So I put on a pair of blue gloves to do an unboxing with. And the amount of comments I got made saying, "Why are you now wearing gloves? Why are you now?" Only just because I just wanted to keep it clean. That's all. I had this nasty cut. It's still there. You can still see it on the finger there. I got more comments in that video about wearing gloves with the innuation of certain people who do wear rubber gloves in there.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, next time I'll get some orange ones instead. Oh, no, but my reply was, well, they're not black, are they? Do you know what I mean? They're not black gloves.
What you should do is get some marigolds.
Yeah, that's what I should do, really. Or some Rocky gloves, some boxing gloves, and then do, then do an unboxing. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Apparently,
the ones that sort of make me go, ugh, sort of give me an ick sort of thing, are when people are doing unboxing and they've got really manky nails.
I'm the same though. I've got monkey nails.
See, our mate with the black gloves might be doing everyone a favour by wearing them. So, it's that.
I mean, but biting your nails isn't so bad. It's when people have got really dirty nails or really dirty long nails and things.
Might have fungal conditions. There's all sorts of reasons.
Yeah.
My friend had got these finger ones that he uses. He puts them on 2 fingers, one there, one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little condoms.
Yeah.
As Joe says, Miss Modeler had a good video on getting younger folks starting in the whole hobby. Good watch. Yeah.
Does it involve a pint though?
Ian says Gary has achieved sainthood.
Me? I don't think so.
I think he's on about the ring light.
Oh, that.
There he is, that thing, old boy.
Yeah. Annoying, isn't it? Okay.
Not at all.
My halo has slipped.
If it helps you to see, then it's fine.
Dude, it's my bloody aeroplane.
Where's that goodie?
So what have you got planned for the rest of the week, Gary? Any new releases coming out?
The Dornier 17 I'll be editing later today, the Matchbox one.
Yeah.
This Leo, if I can finish it, I'll do that this week. I need to get back to my Whitley, my frog Whitley.
Yeah.
And I need to print some decals for my tri-motor, my monogram tri-motor. And then I can start looking at doing a diorama for it, snow diorama for it, because it's an Antarctic expedition one, so I need to put in some snow.
Yeah.
For fun. Don't know why. I'm not saying I have to. I don't have to, but I want to.
Yeah.
Because reasons. I've got some, the first of the new military colours from Gallery coming soon. Only the first 6. But there's about 200 they're releasing, but the first 6 of them are coming this week, along with a paint shaker. So there's a couple of videos to do. Just bits and pieces, really. I think there's anything else on this week that I know of. No, that should be it.
Nice. Look forward to
it. I might start the next Matchbox one as well, and then because I've already shot I've shot the reveals of all of them because I really want to know what happened, what they are when they arrive. So the next one is going to be a bit of a tricky one. So I might get a head start on that. Then I can release maybe in a week or two's time, do the reveal on say Tuesday and the build on say Thursday or Friday.
Yeah,
and that will help out. But it's just time. It's just as usual. It's just time. Everything's time.
Yeah.
But hey ho.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Got some really nice stuff to make. It's really annoying that you look at the shelves and you think, oh, I really want to start making. I was looking today, there's a couple of kits and which one of these 2 should I start? And I'm thinking, well, neither, because that one's really complex and that one isn't, but the paint job is. And I don't know how many views they're going to get. So
Yeah.
When your life is run by how many bloody views you're going to get, it's quite annoying.
That is tragic, Gary, and I am in the same
depressing.
position. I don't do build videos anymore because my build videos will probably do between 5,000 and 7,000. Doing unboxing, I can get between 11 and 15,000 views. So which ones are you going to do? And unboxings you can do the video in about an hour for unboxing. Do the
I can do 3 or 4 in a day, and then do all the rest of the stuff and get them done. But
well, this is what people don't realize, isn't it? When they're saying, "Oh, you're always doing unboxing, you should do some more build." Yeah, but they're not generating the income, and they're a lot more work.
Oh, it's the editing. It's the editing. And how many times have you done a shot and you've gone back to that shot that you've just done and your finger's gone in the way and it's
the camera's just
on your finger, the bit that you're doing. Oh, mate, don't go there. I just can't be. What I pretend to do now is do an unboxing, and if I can build the model in a day or two and spray it up to some sort of standard, I will probably do that. So this is what it looks like. Very good, blah 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 blah. But I was really surprised on how well the Luke interview did, because generally, in terms of doing interviews with companies, they don't do well either. But that area one done really well for me. And I went by the rules as well. Like, I didn't jump the queue or nothing. I was told to do it 15 minutes after.
Yeah.
And it just blew up, and the interview I did with Dale about the Messerschmitt, 52,000 views on that one. What, an hour's editing, getting that together, perfect. But YouTube is becoming a sum game, I'm afraid, and I don't understand why. And somebody please explain this to me. Why one video I did about a certain model kit, the RPM or the CPM on it was £2.25, so £2.25 per 1,000 views. And I got another video which I did another vehicle, and it had a £4.36 per 1,000 RPM or CPM. You work that one out. I know that the advertisers pay more, so if you do one about car insurance, that's £15 per 1,000 views. I just don't understand. So, I will. I'd hazard a guess. It's and also if you mention Russia, war, Ukraine, you get shadow banned. Seriously.
Yeah.
Joe doesn't. He does it all. That's his business. He's talking about Russia, and he makes. I don't know. He's got 500,000 subs now.
Yeah,
but it's a crazy amount he does. But he just does a lot about Russian economy and the war and all this sort of stuff. But I think it's probably just how it's presented. Maybe I don't know.
Is it targeted? Is it targeted? Because I just wonder if Joe did a video, if he was I just don't know. It's like, I think scale model is such a tiny niche anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think you need to bring outside in. So maybe worth doing. Even if you mention the fact that if you've got one of these, say you did that Lamborghini that Airfix did as a starter set, and talk about the insurance costs of putting one of these on the road at the age of 45. You probably end up getting adverts on there about car insurance, and then you probably get a good RPM on it.
Yeah. True.
The other thing as well is, when you're setting it up, is making sure you got it under the right category as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I put these live streams under entertainment. If you put it under the wrong one, then they either reduce the money or stop you having monetizing it altogether.
I do all right out of live streams, to be fair. But the real money though is if you've got channel memberships. Not channel memberships. Ignore me. I mean premium viewers. Yeah. Because they pay their £12.99 a month. If they watch 2 videos that month, that's an equivalent of £4 to each of those videos, because they separate it by the videos that they've watched. So is what you want, a premium. The only thing I don't like is that if you're a channel member, you get to see adverts. I think YouTube needs to bring in that if you are a member of a particular channel, you don't see adverts on that video because you're already paying into the ecosystem of that channel. That's what I really like. And I've mentioned that because YouTube ring me up all the time now asking me what I think of this. They send me a message saying, can you do this survey for us as part of the elite premier YouTuber, content creator plan? And every single time I say, I think you want to make channel membership because they get a good chunk of change out of it. They get a third. So every £3 you put into a channel membership, whether it's a super chat or whatever, they take a third. They take £1 of that. Yeah. And I said to him, if you really want to make premium membership really blow up, it's the right that if they're a premium member, they don't get adverts on the video.
Yeah.
And they said, oh yeah, we think that's a good idea. We'll take that back. Never changes because they don't listen to you. It's like eBay. Give a shit. But
I think another thing they could do with doing as well is making it so that content creators can cancel memberships and block people, because the amount of content creators that get harassed and stuff like that and have their content stolen by people by buying channel memberships, and you can't get rid of them. You can't stop them from seeing the content to steal it.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk after, but we know what's happening with me, don't we? So, yeah.
Malsheen says, money counting finger condoms. I have some. Lots of comments. Better catch up. Adam, yes, they should be posting some teasers today on the paint. Nice. Ian Chambers says, is that Dornier 17 the old frog one or the Matchbox?
Matchbox.
Thank you.
Part of the Matchbox. I think it's the 12th of the Matchbox challenge kits I've done.
Yeah. Joe says, I'm new to YouTube. It took me 3 hours to put up a 1 minute slideshow. Yeah.
What? That's serious editing. What did you do? Did you manipulate it and do all sorts of fancy dangle stuff? Because and that's another thing that what I found is that you can spend all this time doing snazzy intros and flips and everything else, and it does nothing.
Yeah,
it does nothing. Chapters work.
We were discussing this at the beginning, weren't we, Gary, about intros and stuff? Because Gary's got a 5 minute intro, like a countdown thing for his, and mine's a 30-second intro. And apparently, when people are watching the streams back, most people are leaving by the time the 30-second intro is finished.
Yeah. So if I do my live stream, I've got I had the old bomb, 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 bomb. That's it, right? And that's 1 minute and 4 seconds, I think it is. And people and because of the tune and everything, people seem to stay. When I had my old one, which was like 2.5 minutes long and everything, I was losing a hell of a lot. So there is a sweet spot to it. But then when I do my videos now, I don't even have an intro at the beginning now. I have the Moz Models logo come up about 35 seconds in after I've explained what I'm going to do in the video. And that's it. And then at the end, I do my bit at the end. So
see, that little short sort of thing is I can do them on my computer because I can use Clipchamp. But beyond that, my computer can't handle it.
We need to get you a Mac Mini. Really, I am looking for you for a good one. So I'm going to upgrade mine next year. Or no, well, when my counter comes back, how much I can spend, I'm looking at getting a Mac Studio. I don't want one with this. I don't want a screen or nothing. I just want the power in the box. I've got enough monitors in my life. To last. Sometimes there's more monitors on there than there was on the submarine that was looking after the one of the Titanic that blew up. So I've got more screens than a Formula One race. Do you know what I mean? So I just want the box, the powerful box with the M5 multi chip and.
That's the one I use now. Got about 4 or 5 months ago. Just awesome. It's so fast.
Well, this Mac
handles
Mini
video files so well.
Well, the Mac Mini I got, I upgraded it to the top end chip. It's got M3 chip in it and everything because it came with M3, and it is fast, very fast. But it will kind of struggle with Final Cut Pro, though. I only really use iMovie. But also the hard drive was small in it because I now run 2 terabyte hard drives off them now. I don't really run just the one. I don't use the internal hard drive. I have and then I can then unplug it and put it into my MacBook Air or my, into the big iMac that I've got that I use as a backup. But screens don't do it for me. I just want that engine. That's what I want. It's the engine. I use iMovie now. I don't even. I've given up using Final Cut Pro for what I use. It's just iMovie is good enough to cut, paste, and move things around and put a little bit of a jingle over the top. But other than that, there's no point. So
I was in Curry's the other week looking at monitors, and I was going to buy one because I think it was like 200 quid. I was like, yeah, I can do that.
You went to Curry's?
Yeah.
Cheapest monitors going are in Asda, mate. Don't you know that? Or in Lidl?
Problem is, it's about the same distance from us.
Is it?
Yeah. Joey says, he says it's hard when you haven't a clue, but I'm learning. Yeah. It makes a difference if you're doing it on your phone or not as well.
Yeah, I was being facetious, but I can understand that. The only other thing is use the CapCut, things like that. That's quite good for doing bits like that.
See, I was using CapCut, and then they changed the terms and conditions, and the terms and conditions were awful.
Yeah.
So I got rid of it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I've heard stories, mate. I've heard stories. I've heard loads of stories about that.
One of the conditions was anything you upload, whether you put it into a video or not, if you upload it to CapCut, you're giving them permission to use any part of it, whether it's a person's face, voice, or whatever, anywhere in the world for any purpose. And if they get copyright strike, you're the one that's held legally responsible.
Oh, I didn't know that because I know YouTube's are pretty shit at the moment as well for that because you can remix and do any audio remixing, visual remixing of anything. Once you put it up to YouTube, there's no copyright strike.
You can, but if you go into YouTube Studio, you can set it so that it doesn't allow it.
Oh, okay.
If you go, when you open up the edit video thing,
where
you can put your keywords and stuff, if you scroll right down, it gives you the option to allow it or not.
Yeah.
Adam says it's dumb shit with the ads. It's never made sense. They really have had years to sort the ads money stuff out. Yeah. Problem is that what they're going to do is they're going to do it in a way that makes them as much money as possible without people getting too pissed off.
I think that we've got to actually be realistic, though, is that there is no barrier of entry when it comes to pricing of putting your content. They let you put content up for free, and then they can take money to allow it. That's how they do it. This is why, these people who aren't on the partnership program get pissed off. There's adverts on their videos. Well, if you want your videos with no adverts, then you go and pay for VMO or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he is right. These double adverts, everything where you can't skip them or anything. And the one thing I will say though, I don't now place adverts in my video. I allow YouTube to put them in when they think it's appropriate. Yeah, they kind of sorted that out because I am getting more. When I select adverts, I can see where the drop-off points are, where I put the adverts. But where they put the adverts to, you don't seem to lose a lot of you don't lose as many views. But
with Gary's adverts, they always seem to put the most inappropriate advert at the wrong time. Because it did it again this morning, Gary.
Did they?
Oh, really?
So this morning where he said, and now let's look at modelling news. First, the advert came on, and the first thing it said was straight away is nobody cares. And I looked up and thought, that's odd. And then looked at it as an advert.
Fair enough. I mean, criticism is fine. I can take it.
I haven't seen an advert on YouTube now since I've been Premiere for about 4 years. So I used to remember the adverts coming on, goes, oh, you can make millions from selling on Amazon. I'll show you how. If you were making millions on adverts, you would not be telling me how you did it. Because you know what I mean? It's I've not seen an advert for years on
I don't know how I would do without premium.
Yeah.
Because it's my main streaming service. I watch easily 4 or 5 times as much YouTube as I do any streaming service.
Yeah. I get that, mate.
Jim says hello and good morning from beautiful Chicagoland area. Hello, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
and he says, watched his first episode of Supercar and Captain Scarlet over the weekend. Season 1, episode 1 of each. Nice.
No, Captain Scarlet's good. Love that.
Yeah. Adam says, I want my £2 cut now, Moz.
Does he now? I've replied to that, by the way.
Yeah. Joe says, I bet if John wrestled that salty, he'd get some views. Do it, John. Jim says, by the way, it's Chicago, Illinois, so John doesn't get confused.
Oh, yeah. Well done, Jim.
Paul says he's back.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Welcome back, Paul. And Julian's back. And Adam says, praise the premium. Not seen adverts in how long? Yeah. Matthew says, went on Instagram to see if Airfix had created any more offensive to their male customers. Well, the one they did yesterday was about space, wasn't it? And it says, we also do space. It's really big. June says, my biggest issue with YouTube adverts is that they're never relevant to the video I'm watching. I'm quite happy, though, to watch an in-video advert, such as one I watch this video is sponsored by. Yeah. I've just given up worrying about adverts, to be honest.
Premium is the future, though. Definitely.
Yeah.
I do find that since I went to premium 4 years ago, my next watch list is pretty good. You know what they recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find what I have to do now and again is delete the watch history on YouTube, because it starts, even though all I watch is history and modeling channels and stuff like that, it keeps trying to creep in news and political stuff, even though I've told it not to. So sometimes I have to just wipe it and just start again.
I thought there's another reason why deleting that history, but maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, just a little bit. I resemble that remark. I'm really liking this white shadow, AK quick marker.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's off white, isn't it? It's like a
it's like a grey.
Yeah. It's like a very, very pale grey. It's very good.
Mm.
They do a cream one as well, don't they, I think?
Yeah.
Or is that I see Army Painters bringing out 50 now, aren't they? Which would be good.
Ooh. This is working really well on this.
The Humble ones are quite good as well. Pop on the fact they got Gaza on the advert on the front of it.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm really liking these. Really handy for stuff like this where you're trying to do fabric with shadows and stuff.
Mm.
Paul says building two ships at the same time is fun. You have a strange idea of fun, Paul. No, joking. June says, reason being it's relevant, and I know the creator gets all the money from in-video adverts as opposed to getting a pittance from YouTube. Yeah. It is what it is. It's a business, isn't it, at the end of the day? As content creators, we know what we're signing up for when we sign.
He's talking about like doing voluntary ad reads, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's entirely your own thing. Like that's normally just sending people like with an affiliate link to someone that is supporting you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably never get something like that. I mean, yeah. Companies don't want to work with me. Far too weird.
Gary, do you also look at timings for when you drop a video? Because I always find that if I drop a video between 8 and 9 o'clock at night, I get a double whammy of the Americas and also Europe looking at the videos, because around that sort of time of night where they go, oh, I've had my dinner, sit down, watch a bit of YouTube. I seem to get a good 35%, because you can look at the graphic, the demographics. America seems to pitch in, which will probably be around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So they've got like 2 hours, and then so that's what I pitch my videos out. Seems to be working well. Never used to, but whenever willy nilly like, but now I do put them up around 8, 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah,
because you can see there's another analytic where it shows when your audience is most active and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Quite interesting
You
to
get
see.
bar charts, like a bar graph. Do you use vidIQ, by the way, Gary?
No.
Oh, you should get on that, mate. Promise you.
No, don't.
To be fair, YouTube give you loads of tools to help you with your channel, don't they?
I get that, but vidIQ seems to like simplify it all.
Yeah. I use vidIQ for doing the keywords and stuff.
Yeah. I still use keywords. I don't care what they say. I always use keywords.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
We've got 1 minute left, and we've got 31 people watching and 26 likes. Woohoo.
Wow, is that good?
Yeah, it's doing well for this channel. Matthew says, go and spike the bullet and become Gary and Moz channel member. Ooh.
Oh, bless you. If you email me,
thanks, dude.
If you email me, I'll send you some pyramid cards and some stickers. Your channel members get them, the pyramid cards. You seen those pyramid cards?
If you email me, I'll email you back and say thanks, dude.
These are the new pyramid cards. I
they're cool.
Outlaw. I made them. I had them made for Outlaw Paints, but that don't exist no more. I send you these cards where you can. I put a bit of tape, like double-sided tape, where you can fold them and put them on your displays, saying, "Please do not touch the models." Little pyramid cards, and then there's so if you're looking at it, there's barcodes there, or QR codes and stuff. Just
if they had those at fashion shows and stuff, I'd stop getting yelled at.
Very good.
I got the Moles for Heroes trucker style cap with the Moles for Heroes patch on the front.
Yeah.
And sometimes people look at it and you can see that they're trying to work out in what way they mean models.
Yeah.
And you can tell because the head sort of goes to the side and they're staring at it. Joe says, what the hell? Actually, not bad. I miss Hammer movies. Yeah. Paul says, out and using nylon netting. Ooh, it's actually fish net. Jim says, Hammer films are good watch. Love the British actors. The character names like Baron von Frankenstein, Javal le Chap. Lexi's in. She says, I won't be on for long, but hope you're all having a great day and a great stream. We are. We're just finishing, actually. We've got
she'll be here than we were.
Yeah. Matthew says, wow, thanks, Moz. And he says, cheers, my lord Waitrose.
Is that where you shop, is it, Gary? Are you a Waitrose man, are you?
No.
It's a long story. It's my nickname, apparently, but it's a long story.
It came from, we normally have Gary Morris on the channel as well. Okay. But this Gary comes across as a lot posher than Gary Morris, so we called him Waitrose.
Well, also, Gary Morris was buying a lot of stuff off AliExpress and Temu and all that at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah. So we called him Temu Gary, and we called this Gary Waitrose.
Oh, fair enough.
He's the posher version.
Oh. I was just to lower the
same way as they call me the Git.
I've got you down as being the new Father Christmas. You're in training.
Why not?
Or we could use you. That's in that figure there as the new face of Captain Birdseye on the fish finger packets.
Yeah. Or the captain out of what's he called? Tintin.
Captain Haddock.
Yeah, Captain Haddock.
Actually, I read a Tintin story today for the first time in 20, 30 years or so.
I thought you said
Cigar of the
Tim.
Pharaohs. It was great. I did say Tintin.
No,
Tim
Tim
have
is
an
in
accent, remember?
Tango India Mike.
I've
got the box set of all the Tintins. I was going to watch them all in one go, and I just got through the first 2 CDs, and that was it. Then they were just so samey; it was unbelievable. Watch out, Snowy! You know what I mean? Yeah.
Tim, I've just muted you whilst we do the outro because you're spraying.
He's spraying. He's giving us the option thumbs up.
When I drove for Sainsbury's, Waitrose was always trying to poach me. Recognise my talent on driving and being a delivery driver.
Oh, wow.
Small Student says, great stream today. Cheers and stellar week to everyone. Yeah, same to you, buddy.
Just one thing I will say that I've never, there's 2 types of vans. There's the Morrison's Waitrose vans, and then you have the Amazon vans where there's no panel left unscraped, if you know what I mean. But the Waitrose vans always come looking pretty, Have you
noticed the Amazon vans as well always have big signs saying 100% electric vehicle, and then you see them at the petrol station filling up with diesel.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
Lexi says, well, I'm glad got to stop by and say have a great day and start the week.
You too, Lexi.
Right, that is us done for today. Thank you, Moz, for coming on. It's nice to have you with us.
That's right. Yeah.
Hobby Time says, are you on later, Moz? I believe so.
Yeah, then I'm taking a 2-week sabbatical. There are some videos coming out, but there won't be. I'm going to have a 2 weeks off. I'm going to do one tonight because and then I probably won't do one next week. And then if I feel ready, I'll come back on that Monday and start it all up again. But I'm having 2 weeks away from the bench and stuff. I'm just
thank you for joining us all today. Still 30 people watching, amazingly. If you haven't already, don't forget to lube and subscribe. And for anyone who wants to watch more content, then we have me and John on Trevor on tomorrow doing the A7V World War I build. Yes.
Yeah, Trevor be on.
Looks very German.
Yeah, doing the A7V build. That's 12 to 2, same time as always. Until then, it's Hulvar for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.